there, I'm Laura Noel, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a year in homeschool review, what we did last year for pre-K. If you followed our journey in homeschooling, you know that we got the Timberdoodle preschool kit a couple years ago and the pre-K kit a couple years ago as well. And our plan was to kind of just go through them slowly and do them as enrichment activities. I had originally wanted a little bit more structure, but life didn't turn out that way. So we haven't been super strict about doing anything on a schedule, but we have made some progress in some of the things. And I thought I'd show you some of the things that we loved, didn't love, what we used, and what our plan is for next year. The first thing we had done is the last 2 years we have participated in a local homeschool co-op, which has been awesome. But of course, recently we have not been able to go to it. So it's kind of up in the air for next year. But that was kind of a big thing that we really enjoyed going to for social time and arts and crafts and playing outside and all that kind of stuff. At home, I tried to kind of get organized, and this is what I did. I got one of these little file cabinet thingies and file boxes, and I made folders for weeks. Now, we kind of do year-round schooling right now. We don't really, again, we're not really following a particular schedule. For preschool, it just doesn't matter so much. But I did make the numbers of each week, so I could just pull out a folder and go with it. I made these little check-off box sheets to go with each week, and originally, again, I had tried to say, on this day, we're going to do this subject, on that. Yeah, that didn't really work, but this has worked out pretty well. What I did was I went through and pulled out sheets of our different workbooks and stuck them in here, and then we can pull this out and do various activities from the different subjects and the different books, and it makes it super easy. What those books originally were before I tore them apart was the Mathematical Reasoning 1 book, which is for ages 3, and we're probably about halfway through it, and she is pretty much good on most of these concepts. They're pretty easy. Some of them are new concepts, which we've enjoyed learning about patterns and that kind of thing, but it covers a lot of different concepts, which is cool, and it's more a review and just kind of an introduction to workbooks now, but we do about between 2 to 6 pages a week on average. The next one is Building Thinking Skills, the beginning book. This is for ages 3 to 4. Again, most of these concepts she already knows, colors, shapes, that kind of stuff, but it is good to reinforce those and practice them and learn more about patterns and all of that stuff. The other one is the Kumon cutting books, and I don't know, these two were from the preschool kit. We haven't even gotten to the pre-K kit ones yet, but the Kumon cutting books, I think they're still in the preschool kit. I'm not sure about that. These are amazing. We love these. I even got a second copy of one of them. She adores them, the little cutting sheets. They look like this. It gives them a line that they can cut, and they practice different straight lines, curved lines, short lines, all kinds of stuff. They're amazing. I highly recommend them. The other book that I pulled out, I don't even know what happened to the actual book, but it was the Draw and Learn Animals book. This is the Draw and Learn Places book. I don't think I'm going to pull this one apart, because what I didn't realize was that some of the papers go together, and so we've had to like tape them together. So don't do that to your art books. But yeah, so we're gonna leave this one intact, but she really likes the My First Activity books, Draw and Learn. They're for ages 3 and up, but they're fun. For more an example, this is what the Mathematical Reasoning sheets look like. They're colorful, they're fun, and the same with the Building Thinking Skills, but they are fairly simple. We have the next Mathematical Reasoning 2, and we have not started that one yet. That's probably a little bit more her level, but I figured we'd go through this. I had not used these when she was younger because she wasn't into them. So, you know, to each his own. And more of the cutting sheets. So that's how we do that. For language arts, we primarily read a lot of books, but we have started the All About Reading pre-reading program. I talked about this a little bit in our unboxing. I don't know why. I think I was terrified. I was scared, and I just didn't. I don't know. I don't know. I had a mental block or something, but we have started to use this more regularly, and we really, really love it. The instructor's manual is very easy to just go through, and each lesson can take about 20 minutes or less, but it's all set out for you. It's very simple. There's the Ziggy the zebra, or as we've renamed him, Zippy, puppet, who I forgot, but there's the activity booklet. So she loves doing the coloring the pages. There's the 2 books to read and the little activity cards that you do games with and stuff. So it's an excellent program. We are working through that, and then we will be ready for level 1 eventually. Like you said, we read lots of books. We're huge fans of the Usborne books. We love the Peek Inside series. So many fun things. These are lift the flap books. You learn about all kinds of animals, animal homes, fun stuff like that. So these are kind of like, they're bedtime stories, they're science, they're during the day stuff. We love just reading them and learning. Also on the literary front, we are into, finally, ABC books. For a while she wasn't into them, so we've just started kind of getting into them. And so we have A is for Angry. I don't remember if these are still in the Timberdoodle kits. They were when we bought them. I know this one's not, but really any ABC book is great. This one was very expensive. I probably would not have bought it if it wasn't in the kit, but I think they have a new one that's also really nice too. But A is for Angry, whether you can find this at your library. This is Sandra Boynton, and I love her. She's amazing. This is just, it's super cute. I like to add my own little like storyline to each page, and we laugh like crazy because it's adorable. We're also huge fans of the picture puzzle books. I believe the Zoo picture puzzle books is still in the preschool or pre-K kit. The original one used to be in it, and these are just, you know, seek and find books, and they have little questions they ask when you seek and find. She adores these. Big fans. We also have the Usborne Big Book of Things to Spot. We have not used this one actually that much, and it was because numbers were not her favorite thing for a while. So I'm gonna probably pull this out and start working on this now. I think it's probably something she'd be more interested in seeking and finding and counting. That's something she's been recently interested in. We have the Usborne My First World book, my very first Our World book, and we've read this one a couple of times. There's tons of words on here, and it's just one of those, it has so much depth to it. It takes a while to go through. This is from the pre-K kit, so we really haven't even read through this whole book, but it's something that's going to grow with her, and we're going to dive more into that next year. The pre-K Smart Start STEM book, we really enjoyed this. We haven't done all of them, but I do have a review up, and we did some of the assignments, and it's got cute little experiments, cute stories. It really just gets them thinking and working with their hands, and it's great for that science and math combination. The preschool kit has Farmland Math, and this is their hands-on counter system. It's got the mat, it's got the animal counters, and the little lesson book. I attempted this when we first got it and never got very far because she wasn't into counting, and that's okay. So I want to get this out again soon and try again, but I had to learn that you don't push things that they're not ready for, and that when they're ready, there you go. It's about, you know, your student leads how you educate, and that's the most important thing. So we have a lot of pieces and a lot of books and a lot of things that we've enjoyed, but primarily I've never tried to push anything. If there's no interest, you just set it aside and we bring it out later. And so there's a lot of pieces that you may see in those unboxing videos that we haven't used yet, and that's okay. We'll get there. It takes time to get through them all. We enjoy the alphabet wiki sticks. This is another one of those things that kind of goes along with the pre-reading. You're doing the letters, you're using the little wiki sticks, the little wax sticks, and it's just one of those hands-on things. So we like that one. We have the Junior Geo Sticks. She loves just playing with these, but we haven't used them for school too much. She just loves building things and creating things, and it's got the cards of the different things you can build and all the little pieces. So we look forward to using this more next year, but it is something that we just keep out and let her just play with as she wants to. Something that isn't in the kits anymore are these Montessori map work, letterwork, and number workbooks, and she actually really likes these. You can get them on Amazon, and the map work especially, like the number work and the letterwork, cool. They have the sandpaper letters inside them, which is fun, and that's great. But I really recommend the map work. And the reason is ours is kind of destroyed a little bit, but it's got, you feel the world, you feel the countries, it talks about the continents, and then a couple of animals that could be found on each continent. And this is one of her favorites. And then in the back, there's the whole world. And so it's really helped her to learn the names of the continents and a couple of animals that are found there. It's very simple, but it really helps with that early geography concepts. For science, the preschool science has us still entertained. The science card of the learning kit, the H2O color tabs, and all the little goodies in here. You know, your test tubes, your magnifying glass, the goggles. She loves these, loves playing with water, loves playing with mixing colors, loves experiments with sink and float. Best $20 ever spent. Like it is so amazing, that learning tools kit for early science. In the pre-K kit this year, there's also the String Art Pictures Jungle Friends. We did another review of this one, and it depends on how much your child loves lacing. We still haven't finished some of these, but that's okay. They do take time, but they are a little bit more creative, and you can hang them as pictures on the wall. So that is kind of a cool feature. For games, we have tons and tons of the smart games. We love them. This is the Three Little Piggies. She can do most of these challenges pretty easy. When they can start at 3 years old, and so she's pretty good at it, but there's still some that stump her and make her think. So that's a really great, all of them are just really great. But the Three Little Piggies is kind of the one you start with when they're 3 or 4 to get them started, and then they kind of get harder as you go along. The Peekaboo Bunny is from the preschool kit, and again, it's that visual perception. Some of the cards are super easy, and some of them she still struggles with. But it's something fun she plays with, and we still really enjoy it. Day and Night is another preschool one. I love the wooden pieces. I love the different cards. She still struggles with the silhouettes, so we're still getting good use out of it. The old preschool kit that we got had these Tegu magnetic wooden blocks. They're beautiful. I love them. They were really expensive, and so I can't really recommend them, but there aren't very many of them, and there's only a few things you could do with them. But they're pretty, but I don't really recommend them. The mini plus blocks are amazing. Like, these are a must. She loves them. She loves playing with them for so many things, and then the activities are in the handbook that you can do with them. Highly recommend for that beginning STEM. The Bambino Luke is the other one that we've done a couple of the books, but haven't even touched the surface, basically. She doesn't have a huge attention span to do them, so we're still working on that. But these are for 3, 4s, and 5s, and there's just brain teasers, critical thinking, all kinds of stuff in there. So I think we're getting our use out of it. I like that it's small and you can take with you. Her interest level is on it, but it is something that we do when we can. We've also used the Dejeko modeling dough. We really like this. I did a whole review on it. You can look at that for more. And anything that she can work with her hands, Play-Doh, big fan. The Cubits Junior used to come in the kits. It's a good game, but again, not necessarily a favorite. A new game in the kits, however, is Lion in My Way, and this one, problem solving and critical thinking, very important. So this one we really enjoy, both of us. There are so many things in these kits and so many things we haven't gotten to. I I'm looking forward to doing another video to talk about where we're going forward this next year, how that's going to look, what we're going to use. So stay tuned to hear more about that soon. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.